What is up, guys? Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start off with $1 and work way up to $1 million, trying to get 1% profit every single day. Today, I got 1 day to play through. It's gonna be hopefully a quick episode. I know I always say that, but looking at our tracking sheet here, we're gonna hop right into some gameplay. I'm gonna come back at the end of the video here and talk about these 4 days. We should just have to do 1 day playthrough, and looking at day 343, that's the day we're going to play through real quick. I know it says I need $71 to get the 1% profit goal, but really, I did the math. I only need $37.40 to get our 1% profit goal for the day, and then I'll backtrack and then walk through what happened with the bankroll, okay? So let's hop into some gameplay, try to get 1% profit. Alright, coming over to the website, we're going to rip 40 cents. We're going to do the Dow and Bear strategy. We're gonna start with 40 cents here, not $4. Why is it doing that? There we go. And every time we lose, we're just gonna add a unit until we get 1 unit of profit here. So I'll explain what's going on with the bankroll. Luckily, last episode I got gold status on the website here, so we were able to get a nice little bonus. So I'm using that to carry over some profits into the next couple of days here. I'm going to do that at the end of the video, just so I don't do all the analytical and math stuff in the beginning here. We'll do it at the end, but I'll explain everything. But luckily that bonus, I'm just kind of carrying that forward, and it will save us a lot of gambling for the next 4 days here. So I'm doing the Dow and Bear strategy. We just got on a crazy loss streak, trying to work this back down now, and we're at a $6 bet. It's getting kind of crazy. I know I keep saying, dude, I shouldn't be doing this game, or at least on limbo. The strategy doesn't really work well in limbo. But every time we lose, we just increase the unit, and then when we win, we decrease. So we're at a $9 bet, up to a $10 bet. We're down almost $40, and we're down $50 now, up to $11 bet, $12 bet. All right, we got a lot of work to do to come back from this. Go down to a $10 bet here. $9 bet. We need a lot of wins. Starting to come back. $8 bet. We lose that. $9 bet. We lose. $10 bet. Back to 11. That hits. Back down to 10. All right. 9. And this is the strategy we've been doing. I think with this strategy and the blackjack strategy, well, I guess blackjack's just pretty much just playing blackjack. But between blackjack and doing the Dow and Bear strategy here, we've been wagering a ton of money. So that's how we got the gold status relatively quickly recently. We've been wagering a lot of money, so that's been, I guess, maybe a good thing for bonuses, but when it comes to trying to get the profit goal for the day, it's kind of scary. We're up to a $13 bet here. That hits. All right, $12. Lose that, back to 13. All right, up to a $14 bet. We were getting really close to our stop loss for the day, which is 4% of the bankroll. Up to a $15 bet. Oh boy, I don't know if we're gonna make it out of this one. All right, let's work this back down. Get a lot of wins from here. Okay. $10 bet. Okay. $9. We lose that. Back to 10. We lose that. 11. It's like as soon as we get on a win streak, we just get on another crazy loss streak. Alright. $12 bet. I think I'm going to bring this down to like $8. I'm going to try to skip a little bit because I feel like those big bets aren't really helping us right now. Looks like that did work a little bit. We're at 240 when we started this chain, and I think we need like $4 from here. So let me bring us back down to $4. Try to get a little bit of risk pulled out of there. Yeah, good thing I brought the bet size down because we just got way more losses. All right, back down to a $6 bet here. 7. Oh my gosh, 8. 9. We're going right back down. Okay, we hit the 10, back to a $9 bet. 8, 7, 6. It's $2 bet. All right, crazy. Let's try to get this to, yeah, 740. That's good right there. It's only $30. Let's get out of here. We just wagered $655, trying to get $7.40. That's enough of that. Let's get into a different game. All right, coming into originals blackjack. Let's do a couple hands here. I'm gonna try to get like 2 wins on $5. Oh, can we get a blackjack off a rip? We do. Nice. That's pretty sweet. Okay, run it back. We got 20 against the 10. We win that too. Let's drop us down to a $2.50 bet. That's a double right there. 11 against the 7, and we lose that. Let's go back up to a $5 bet. That's another double. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. All right, we'll stick it a $5 bet here. Took it right back. Took it right back. Stand on that 13. They pull 21. Just lost everything that quick. Another double. Can we get this one? We do. All right, nice. But yeah, we got our, okay, another blackjack. Cool. We got our gold level up bonus, and then we also got, I think, the monthly bonus, and then sports bets, bunch of stuff. I'll show that all at the end of the video, like I said, after we get through this day of playthrough. Hopefully we can just get a win here today and call it a good day from there. I'm gonna try to get this up to $27. I think that's the plan here. We couldn't pull that through. Okay. 2 aces. All right, we get 1 win there. We'll take that. Stand on that 13. If we get 1 more win, we're out of here. All right, we're up to 27.40. It's only $10. I'm gonna pull out of here and try to finish off the day somewhere else. All right, coming into mines, I think I'm gonna start off with a $3 bet. I'm doing 5 mines. I usually do 3, but I'm gonna see if I can just go for like 2 clicks. I don't know what the payout is on this, honestly. That's a 1.5. Okay, so 3 clicks with this is a 2x. Okay, so we gotta go for 3 clicks. We got a bomb right there. I think I'm gonna double this up. Try to increase our bets a little bit. All right, let's cash that out. We need, I think we're almost there. We need, let's go for like a 250 and go for like two more wins. I think that'll be the game plan. Should get there. Yeah, if we can get 1 more win here, we'll hit the profit goal. All right, there's a loss, go up to $5. That should be it. 38, 36. That's what we needed. I'm gonna answer this in the sheet, then I'll explain how the like 4 days have looked and how they went. But we should hit the profit goal for like 4 days in a row here after getting those bonuses. So let me hop into the sheet and I'll explain that. Actually, before we hop into the sheet, let me add these numbers up because you're gonna need to see where I'm pulling this number from. So we have $172.36 from our day here that we just did, and then in the vault itself we have $576.93. So in the website we have a total of $749.29. All right, so in the last episode we left off on day 340. By the way, I just entered that $749 I just mentioned to you right there. Okay, so we're gonna work a little bit backwards. I had to do some weird math and I'll explain why. This is where we left off on the last episode. We left off at $3,329, and then at the end of the last episode you can see I got to the gold VIP gold level. I don't know how to like say that correctly, but we got VIP gold status. All right, so you get a bonus when you hit that, and I'll show it on the screen in a second here. But basically what I'm doing is I'm carrying that bonus over the next 3 days here, 4 days, and using that as our profit goal. So let me show you our bonuses since last episode, and then we'll walk through the sheet. So for our first bonus, we had FanDuel deposit bonus. It was deposit $50 and get $5 in casino credits. I put $50 in, and then we got $5, and I put that on 1.01x, and then that cashed out. So this is the VIP gold level I was talking about. We got $110 for leveling up to the gold, and then we had $10 for our gameplay. So we had $120 from this bonus alone, which is pretty nice, just for leveling up on the website that we use. So that's from the last episode, but it actually came through a couple days later. I had to contact support to get that. So we got 120 bucks there. And then this is a monthly bonus, which was $40.31. So all in all, that's $160 on the website, and then $5 from FanDuel. So we had $165.31 in bonuses. And like I said, I just carried that forward for the next couple days here to the balances. Instead of adding that to one day, that would boost the bankroll up $165 in one day, and then we'd have to get the 1% profit goal on that number for the next 4 days. But instead of going for the profit goal, which on day 341 I dropped down in the bankroll, so we'd have to get $111. So instead of trying to gamble and get $111, I just carried that bonus over. So we took $111 of that bonus to carry it over the next day to cover that. We're using that as like a safety net, if that makes sense. And then after doing that, we have about, what is that, $54 left. So I carried the $54 over the next 2 days. So there's another 15 bucks carried over, so at least like $39. And then that's where here I came into the video and I said, you know, we have to get $71 for the day, but really I took out of that remaining like $39 or whatever it is. What is that? 125. It's like 40 bucks. We had like 40 bucks, carried that over to this day. So really, then we had like some sports betting losses and stuff. I'll show that in a second too. But I need to get that 37.40, and I entered that in the sheet. You can see we got our 1% for each day. So I just carried those bonuses over instead of gambling and trying to wager money. We're just saving risk by not placing any bets. And I had to do a lot of weird math in here to show that we didn't, you know, profit or loss on the website. I had to rework some numbers and stuff. So that's why I worked backwards instead of trying to do that on video. But yeah, basically we got those bonuses, pretty big, 165 bucks, carried that forward instead of gambling to do our 1% profit goal. So let me show you the sports bets real quick, and then we'll move on to day 344. Okay, so here are our sports bets for December 21st, 2025. And I tail volume bets on Instagram. His link to his socials are in my Discord server. If you join there, you can find his page. He posts all his bets for free. I just follow him. But we had a losing day this day. So that's why, as you can see in the sheet here, we had a total to get our profit goal. We had to get $111. Okay, so instead of being $32 for the day, 1%, I think we dropped down like 2.5%. So pretty bad day on sports betting. That's why I carry that bonus forward, so we don't have to wager and try to get $111 gambling. But yeah, you can see the balances here. Fanatics dropped like 16 bucks. FanDuel went down 2. DraftKings went down like, what was that, 32 bucks. BetOnline went up 6 bucks. And then Bitcoin went down 2. And then our futures bets, every Sunday I go in and adjust our futures bets because it's a lot to do every single day. So I adjusted that for the day. So that dropped like 32 bucks just because futures bets cashed out, and clearly we didn't win any or win that many for it to matter. So again, we carried our bonus over, so we got our 1% profit goal for the day, and then we'll move on to the next day. So moving on to day 342. This is back from December 22nd, 2025. Here are our 2 sports bets for the day, and with those both won, luckily. But looking at our sheet here, we can see that we had about $1 went up on Fanatics. FanDuel went up 14 bucks, and then I think everything else pretty much stayed flat. But we only needed like 15 bucks for the day gambling, Again, I just carry that bonus forward so we don't actually have to gamble for that day. Got our 1% profit pool, and then we can move on to day 343, which is the day we just gambled. So here are our sports bets for day 343. This is the day we just gambled, like I said. This is back from December 23rd, 2025. Yeah, a couple losing bets there, but looking at our sheet here, we can see that Fanatics went up $2, and then FanDuel stayed the same. DraftKings went down, what is that, $32, and then Bitcoin went down like $10. But I had $2 in bonuses for the day. But we just wagered that on the website. We needed $71, but since I carried that big bonus from the beginning of all this, like I said, keep carrying that forward. Instead of getting $71, we only had to wager and get $38. So that's why I did that. That hopefully that all makes sense now. Instead of trying to gamble and get a total of $197 here, we just used that bonus and then gambled for the extra $38 that we needed. So we got $197 over these 3 days, but a lot of that was just a bonus. Okay, it's just to be safe, prevent risk, no losing days using that bonus. That's the way I'm looking at it. But I'm gonna do one more day of playthrough here. Okay, so here are our sports bets for day 344, which is back from Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025. A couple losing bets there. We got one winning bet. Overall losing day though. And if we take a quick look at our balances that changed, we can see that yeah, everything was pretty much flat. I guess Bitcoin went up $2, and then even with those sports bets, I guess everything pretty much stayed flat there. But yeah, so we're sitting at $3,434. So we need to get $34 as our 1% profit goal for the day. But I guess we went up a little bit, got a couple bucks there. So we need to get $31 on the website to get our 1% profit goal for the day. All right, coming back to the website, I'm going to deposit $35.36 into the vault just so we have our $37, which is our 4% stop loss. I'm going to reset the live stats here, and we have to get $31.40. So let's see. Let's go with a $3 bet to start and keep going for this 2x here on mines that we just finished off on. We'll try to get this up to maybe like $10 and then maybe get out of here. There's another bomb. Let's double this up to $6 here. Go for 3 clicks. Cash that out. Yeah, let's go back to $3. I was thinking there for a second. I'm trying to up the bet size, like I said in the last video, because we've been playing a little bit. I guess the bankroll's just growing. The bankroll's growing. We got to up the bet size a little bit, but I don't want to get too crazy with it. There's another loss. I don't want to go up to the $12 bet right now. Yeah, there's another loss. Let's go up to the $12 bet now. Try to get 3 clicks, and we hit a bomb. All right, $24 bet. That's so big. Then we hit a bomb right away. Oh man, I'm gonna stick at a $24 bet. I'm not gonna double it up again. All right, let's cash that out. We'll do 24 again. Hit another bomb. We keep it at 24. And see if we can get this one more time here. Bring us back. Alright, we hit another bomb. As long as we don't get like another bomb here. Alright. I just don't want to get on that double loss streak. We need to get 2 wins, not 2 losses. Let's try to get one more. Alright, we hit that second bomb there. I am playing with 5 mines, I get that. Okay. Can we get a win and get back into profit here? No, absolutely not. Okay, now we're starting to really tank. Alright, we're down $45. I'm gonna pick 3 random ones, and it's a bomb immediately. Dang, dude. Alright, cash that out. Let's do 3 more random ones. Okay, that works. I'm gonna bring us down to 12 bucks. Okay, nice. We're gonna stick at 12 bucks. Hey, we hit a bomb. Let's go up to 24 here. Alright. Whew. Man, that was stressful. Alright, let's go to 6 bucks and see if we can just get like one more win and get out of here. Alright. I think we're gonna take that. No, let's go to 3. Let's go to 3. And yeah, 3. 3 bucks. Nice. Alright, we got $11.41. My heart is racing right now. I didn't say a word during that. Trying to move a little bit quick today, but dang. We still need 20 bucks. So let's get out of here and go to a different game. Alright, coming over the wheel. I'm gonna start off on a 50-cent bet here. And we're gonna see if we can get this up to like 21 bucks. Try to get 10 bucks of profit on here. And sometimes the wheel is like really easy and fast. Sometimes it's really difficult. We get extremely smoked on losses. So we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna go up to $2 bet here. I'm just trying to increase this and kind of just looking to hit a banger, like a 3 or 4x. It's kind of the idea. Okay, staying pretty flat. I'm gonna go up to the $3 bet here. And once we get on a crazy loss streak, it can take our money back real fast. Sticking with 3 bucks. Might go up soon here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go up to 4, I think. Got a lot of losses there. Really just looking for like a banger. That's pretty good. One more $4 bet. Let's go back down to like $1. Staying pretty flat. Making a little bit of progress actually. There's a good hit. We got 3x right there on $1. And it's okay. Alright. Okay, let's go up to $2. See if we can get this to 21 total in profit. We just got a couple more losses, up to $3 here. Oh boy. I'm gonna go up to 4. Okay, we hit a 3x on the $4 bet. Staying flat, which is good. We're not tanking, but I need to get a nice hit on a big bet size here. We're at $5 right now. Nice. Get one more. There's a loss. There's a loss. Oh, those are tough. Those are tough big losses. $6 bet here. Oh boy. Getting torched. Okay. Hit the 3x. Hit the 2x. I'm gonna bring us down to like a $3 bet. Get a loss there. Comes back. Okay, we're $21 in profit here. I'm gonna go back to a 50-cent bet and see if we can get this like 21.40. I should have just went to low risk now that I think about it. Yeah, let's go over to low risk real quick. And I think a $2 bet will get us there. Yeah, 21.40. Okay, nice. All right, coming into blackjack. I'm gonna see if we can finish off the day with some $5 hands. 17 against the 2. And we get that. We need one more win. We need one more win to call it a day. 14 against the 5. Stand. Please bust. There it is. 31.46. Hit our 1% profit goal for the day. We're gonna enter that in the sheet. Wrap up the video. Okay, so day 344 was a win. We got our $31.46, which brings us to a 1% profit goal on the dot. Yeah, pretty good video overall. Very happy with that. We used the bonus money to carry us forward, but I think that's a smart thing to do. I'm telling you guys, it's all about the math. It's all about risk, volatility. You gotta play your cards as best as you can. And I'm trying to be resourceful and just use that bonus to carry us a little bit forward without having to lose anything. Overall in the video though, we start off at $3,251. and we're ending up at 3,465. Which, if we go back to our 3 losing days here, I guess we're still not completely caught up. We're like $30 off, so we're getting close after those 3 losing days. Set us back like 12 days, so we're still trying to recover from that a little bit. But at this rate, you know, we might be coming back pretty soon, back to where we were, which is good. We went up $215 on the video though. We're in at 3,465. And then looking at the bonuses of the day, I think right there. Yeah, so $168 was from bonuses. So really, you know, we only profited about $70 from gambling today. But yeah, still a pretty good day overall. Pretty good video. I mean, we had 4 days of progression, so that's pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna leave it at that though. A little easy day. It would have been a lot tougher if we didn't use the bonuses. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but if we would have went for all of these, we'd have to gamble and profit $228, where instead we just did like $70. Yeah, instead of doing $228, we wagered and gambled for $70. So that's way easier, way safer. That's why I did that bonus carry forward instead of just adding that to the balance to keep moving. I don't think I've actually done that before, where I've added the bonuses as the profit. Usually the website balance, if we get any monthlies, weeklies, anything like that, I usually just add it and then we continue on with the challenge. Use that as like a 1%, or I guess that's our new baseline for the 1%. And then we get the 1% after that. So I guess I might be changing that going forward if we get a big bonus, a big monthly bonus or something. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna hit, what is it, diamond? Is diamond after gold? I don't think we're gonna hit that for a long time, so I'm not gonna be worried about that. But who knows? Even today, you saw I wagered like at least $600 each day. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy though. We're gonna get back on track soon. We're gonna get back to where we were back on like day 333, 332. That was our peak balance. I guess 333 going into day 333. We were at 3,500. So we're like $60 off from there. So a day or two, we'll be caught back up. And then hopefully we'll just keep moving forward, keep getting some wins. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, leave a comment with any thoughts or suggestions. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server if you're not already in there. And I will see you guys in the next episode. All right. Peace.